Back on the show is Tyler Dolby, who is fighting for the BFL bantamweight title. He's going to be taking on champion Cole Smith at BFL 52 on November 18th. Tyler, how's it going?
I'm very well. How about yourself?
Hey, I can't complain, and it's good to talk to you again. It's been a while since we've last spoken. You haven't fought in a while. It seems like this is something we're always talking about during these interviews.
I know.
How difficult has it been, getting fights, in the Canadian regional scene? It just seems like it's almost impossible these days.
It's been tough. Yeah, it has been tough. It seems like it's really thinning out quite a bit. I did have an injury to work through as well, so that kept me out for a little bit. But there was also a couple other fights that just kind of fell through. But luckily, everything happens for a reason. I got a big fight now, so I'm thankful for that.
And I was going to ask you about that. Tell me the moment when you found out you'd be not only fighting for BFL but fighting for the title. I mean, this is a huge fight for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're kind of pushing for it. Like Cole's name got brought up a couple times. As soon as I heard his name get brought up, I was immediately interested because he has the belt and it's for BFL, which is a great organization. I fought for them before when I fought Chris Day, and I really liked the experience there. So I'm excited to get back in there.
What would you say you've improved on the most in the gym? Because it's been more than a year since we've seen you in the cage.
I'd probably say mindset, to be honest. I'm improving all my physical abilities as well and all my techniques, but just more the mindset going into it.
Let's talk about your opponent, Cole Smith. Of course, he won the title from Jamie Siraj. A lot of people were picking Siraj in that one, and Smith came out there and took care of business. How do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
I think I match up well against him. I mean, we know his strengths. We know what he like. He's very well-rounded. He's a tough guy. He's a grinder. He's got that Muay Thai background, which I have that Muay Thai background as well. So I like the matchup. I just feel like I chain things together a little bit better.
And of course, you train at a great camp out at Zuma. How are things going over there, and who are some of the guys you've been working with for this camp?
Oh, it's awesome. It's always awesome at Zuma. There's so many guys, man. I always forget people. But we got like Alexi Arjurio, of course, which you've talked to a couple times. We got Blake McVitie, Russ McCumber. Man, there's so many guys at Zuma that are always jumping in and helping me out, getting rounds in with me. Just too many guys to name, but they're all there helping me out and giving me support.
That's awesome. And of course, Sara Kaufman's there as well. She can't seem to get a fight these days. It's unfortunate what happened to her with her last fight. But I know from a coaching standpoint, she's really valuable to the team as well, just to sort of impose her knowledge.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's the mother around the gym, right? So she's always overseeing things and just making sure we're keeping honest. If we're joking around a little too much, she'll keep us focused and get us going again. Which that usually isn't an issue, but sometimes it takes a little longer to warm up, and then but she'll get us on track real quick.
And how's the weight cut going, getting down to bantamweight?
It's going pretty good. Yeah, it's surprisingly actually a little easier than I thought it was going to be. I've been dieting for a while now because this is my first fight at bantamweight. My last fight was actually at 155. But it's going pretty well. Yeah, I'm liking it and feeling fast and feeling strong. I haven't lost any strength, so I'm excited.
Are you doing this cut alone, or did you get a nutritionist? How have you sort of been able to tackle this?
No, I'm doing it alone. I have like my fitness and nutrition background, so I know some of the things I need to do, and I've just figured out my body over the last couple of fights as well. What works, what doesn't work, just different things I should do, and then, like I said before, that mindset. Just having that mindset, just so it's not always an awful experience for me going through training camp.
Have you been working with anyone specifically for your mindset, or is it just something you've sort of been developing on your own?
No, just developing on my own. It's just experience. Injuries were a big part of it too, going through injuries. And once I realized, why am I going to keep feeling sorry for myself, just get back on the right track, start training, and then all of a sudden you forget about that injury and then it heals up.
Awesome. And as far as I mentioned the weight cut there, obviously things are going great, but I know for BFL you have to be within a certain percentage. What are the rules for you heading into this fight as far as your weight?
Yeah, so it's 8%. They want 8% over the contracted weight. So I did my weigh-in yesterday, sent it in. It was like 145. I think I was like 145.4 or something like that. So sent it in yesterday. Haven't heard anything back, but so it's just 2 weeks out, and then I believe it's the day of. You have to be within 8% as well, the day of the fight. I'm not positive on that. I'll have to double check, but I believe that's the case.
And you have to send a video, right? Because you couldn't just take a photo of a scale, because then anyone could do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what we do is we just get like the day's paper, show it on video, show yourself stepping on the scale, then show the weight, and then just step off and then send it off.
Okay, excellent. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I believe, Adam Zuchek, Sara Kaufman, like always. I believe Alexei might be there as well. It'd be good to have him backstage there, warm me up a little bit. I believe that's it. Yeah, I might have another one. Hopefully, maybe Mike Sullivan, my wrestling coach as well. But we'll see about that.
And you mentioned Alexei a couple times in this interview. Is he healthy now? I know he was dealing with an injury. That's why we haven't seen him in the cage.
Yeah, well, it's just going through a couple injuries here and there. Poor guy, seems like right when he gets back on track, something happens again. But he's a strong-willed individual, an injury is not going to stop that guy. He'll be back for sure.
How do you see this fight ending on November 18th?
I see it ending. I see me finishing it. That's what I see. I don't think it's going to go the distance. The way both of our styles match up, I believe it's going to be a great fight for the fans to watch. I'm going to say maybe 3 rounds, something like that. He is a really tough guy, so it's going to be a tough fight. But I know he comes after it, which also leaves openings.
You been watching any hockey this year at all?
Not really. A little bit. Like I've been following just more highlights. I haven't caught one game yet. I knew you were going to ask about that too. I was like, I better brush up on it. But I haven't been able to catch any games. I'm just more really focusing on the fight game right now. And then just kind of in the mornings catching the highlights when I can.
I'm pretty much doing that too, just because over here on the East Coast, it's very like the games are on at like 10 o'clock, and it's I'm up at 5. So I hear you. I do what I do is actually
those West Coast times.
Yeah, I do I have the NHL Game Center app, and they give you like the extended highlights, so it's not just like the 30-second thing you'd see on a Sports Center. I actually get like a 5-minute recap, which is great because that's sometimes all you need.
That's
right?
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. You can just kind of break it down like that. Exactly.
Yeah. What about TV? You watching any shows right now? Any Netflix? Anything like that?
Oh, I just watched Peaky Blinders.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, that was a good show. Didn't know anything about it, and someone just told me about it. Always in fight camp, right? You have a lot of downtime in between training. You're trying to rest, and get the Netflix going quite a bit, just running through shows. But yeah, Peaky Blinders was the last show that I watched, and I recommend it. It's a good show.
And we certainly recommend checking out this fight. It's BFL 52. It's November 18th. It's going to be awesome. This is a great fight, Tyler. Super happy to see you guys matched up together. How do you, just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you got any thank yous or shout outs, the floor is yours, man.
Yeah, so social media, I'm on Facebook, of course, just Tyler Dolby. Instagram, at Ty Dolby. Just a couple shout outs to my sponsors. I got Reflex Supplements Victoria, which is always helping me out. Just Heads, Performance Engines, and Martial Law Clothing company. I just hopped on board as well. So excited to have all those guys helping me out, and it makes everything easier having people behind you like that.